first reason. It's only 2XL, and I'm a big size rider. 2XL is a compromise for me. Couldn't find one back then. 4XL or 5XL at the point of this purchase. Okay. Second reason is like undershorts. They tend to roll backwards towards my upper thighs and cause much more pressure on my thighs for the blood circulation. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons for chaffing. What is causing the comfortness for first 5 kilometers or 4 kilometers? It's because of the memory foam that is there on the bicycle shorts. Okay, because of your body heat and sweat, the memory foam kind of shrinks or compresses itself over the ride of long distance. So you need much more cushion or padding to sustain for much more long rides. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Third reason is definitely have to shred some weight, which will happen over the time when I'm working out regularly. It's better to buy a proper bicycle shorts for your bicycle riding. Okay, that's my learning. And this is one of the main reasons why I've been hurting myself and causing chaffing. So, yep. Thanks. Bye. Let's show off and continue to the Noseless bicycle video. Bye.
Hello, my fellow freelance skaters, my fellow long distance skaters, my fellow photographers. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer and a distance skater, and a small time freelance skater. Yep. So I'm here to meet you guys with another video. So this time this is a computer screen recording, and this is going to be clearly about bicycles. Yeah, you saw the screen already by now. And what you see there is bicycle saddles. Okay. Yep. This video is about bicycle saddles. Okay. As you all might have heard me talking about bicycles and stuff, I'm a big size rider. So big size rider as in like not a tall, right? Not only tall, but also taller on the sideways. I'm really fluffy, and I ride a very thin wheel bicycle, as in like 723c tires, rims. Okay, so rims and tires. I did not opt for anything about 23c, like 25c or 28c or gravel bike size, as in like which would go up to 40 to 50c, as in like in width of the wheels, tires, thickness of the tires. Okay, so bigger the thickness of the tire, as in like, watch the screen right now, like as in if the tires width is like 40 millimeter, like it's going to absorb a lot of vibrations, even though if your gravel bicycle is not going to have any shock absorbers. Okay, you could pump in some less air and as in like 70% air, and you could ride the bicycle as in it'll eat up the bumps easily. Okay, or you could go up to 50 of width of the tires. So the road bikes generally would go up to go from 23c to 32c. That's what I have learned so far. Okay, I have gained experience talking about or reading about road bicycles in these 2 months of owning my Revin Fixie bicycle. Okay, so 23 as in 23 of width for the bicycle tire when you pump the air into the bicycle tire, not when it is flat. Okay, and so any road bicycle, depending upon the frame that you use, can take up to 32 width of bicycle tires, Okay, and it depends upon each manufacturer. Not all the bicycles are meant to take all the tires. My Revin Fixie bicycle would not go more than 25C, I believe. There is little space. I think 25C is the max, and maximum diameter of the wheel would be 700C. Okay, 700C is not equal to 700 or 70 centimeter of the wheel. Okay, 700C means the wheel is only 622 with the tire. Okay, um, and not with the tire, for the rims. Okay, and for with the tire, 23C tire, as in 723C, with the tire, when it is flat, it is 660 or 66 centimeters. Okay, when you pump in air, it becomes 723C becomes 600 and 667.5 okay, which is like you know the math what to do. Okay, so that is what is translated into your bicycle computer. You feed the value for the diameter 2096 or something like that for the bicycle computer to calculate in or something. Okay, for the circumference value. Okay, multiply this by pi 3.14. Okay, so you won't get exactly 2096. It's a rounded up figure. So why am I talking about all these things is like being thin tire, and that could take 100 psi of pressure, or at least 60 psi of pressure, as in like tube and air tire, or for the tubeless it could go to little more. So these things are going to be hard on your saddle. Okay, when you sit on your bicycle saddle, the tires that you use is going to reflect the uh, cushion that you experience with your bicycle saddle. Okay, and being a big size guy, fluffy guy, having a big butt, I'm not ashamed of it. uh, as in the screen that you see here, in the saddle, when you put your big bum, it's going to exactly sit on your crease, or like it's going to go into your groin area, and wherein like your sit bones are going to be outside the saddle. Okay, and your tailbone is going to sit on the nose of the saddle. As in the saddle's parts, I couldn't remember everything, but I could say one thing: this is the nose part, and this is the big butt part. Okay, so backside of the saddle. Okay, as far as this moment is concerned, I know that is the saddle's parts of the saddle. So when you're a big size rider, this is what happens. Your sit bones kind of sit outside the saddle, and you put your weight more on your groin area, and the nose tends to put pressure on your groin area, wherein most of the important nerves run through your soft muscles, and it kind of develops a friction, and it kind of causes chafing. Forgive me the spelling, double F or single F. I got to check it again. Let me check it right in now. Let's make it a little like video podcast kind of video. What's wrong with that? Chaffing. Yep, it's double F. I was right. Most of them I get doubts these days. Why not check the parts of a bicycle saddle as well. I'll learn it along with you. Parts of a bicycle saddle. Okay, straight up, you will learn it from the images for now. So I guess this is what is giving us. Okay, so we have something called, yep, that's my big butt image. We're going to remove that. So this is the nose. We have the rails. That's where you mount your saddle to the seat post or saddle post. Okay, and you have the cover on the sides. You have the cutout. There are most of the saddles won't have the cutout. Only the professional saddles would have the cutout, or the bicycles with where the pro riders ride with discomfort. Okay, and you have the shell. So we did not miss out much on the bicycle parts. The key parts. The shell and the nose. That's all it is. That's all. The most essential thing is the rail to mount and seat cover and cutout. Okay, I'll remember that along with you. So let's get back to the first tab. Okay, so we have a cutout design here. So this is the nose and cutout, right? So in case of big size riders, the sit bones sit outside the saddle, and your groin area rests on the nose. So it tend to put a lot of pressure, and over the time it causes chaffing onto your upper thighs. And in my case, I have warts as in like I'll show you the image. Let's go to the image. It might look ugly or like not exactly like this, but this is not what I have got. But I'll tell you what I've got. What's on underarms? Hope you don't mind about I'm sharing more of my personal things. It's only in the idea to help people who are going through stuff like me. Okay, so this is called underarm warts or kofi, are they as they put, papillomas in other language. Okay, so this, it's very common among male and female. You will find it around the neck area. You will find it around the underarms. Okay, people tend to develop this over 40 years of age. This is very normal among people, but sometimes in my case, I got it around in 35 years of age. Okay, that's when I saw one for the very first time. I got it removed with the skin care clinic, but it developed again. Okay, but unfortunately, when I was around 38 or 37, I developed these kind of kofis or papillomas on my upper thighs as well. So let's get back to the saddles image. You remember this kind of skin growth. Okay, this skin growth, this is what I call it as warts. This is just a skin growth. It doesn't have any flexible bones inside, so it's going to be there, just there, be there, and cause friction. There is blood flow into that part of skin. It's alive, very much alive. You may not feel much, but you will definitely feel something. So if you're going to pull this out, cut this part out, that's going to cause some blood leak on that particular part. So you cannot avoid this. Okay, and if your skin is going to rub against a rough patch, this is going to cause chaffing on this part as well, along with your skin. Okay, and if you're going to put pressure or your breaths or pressure, sitting on this, it's going to cause blood clots or like chaffing as well. Okay, and these things are there on my upper thighs as well. This is a very small one. On my right upper thigh, I have something much bigger than this, but this is a hard skin, but I have a soft skin. Okay, so let's get to that part of the image, the bicycle saddle where we were. So a big size person like me have a big butt sitting on the thin saddle, having the sit bones onto the sides of the saddles and groin area on the nose. Okay, so with me having the warts or kofis or papillomas on two on the left upper thigh and one big one on the right upper thigh, due to the up and down movement of pedaling, and without any proper bicycle shorts. I have a memory foam bicycle short. It's not that great. It's not actually shorts, it's actually undershorts. So what happened is, like, I got chafing. That's a easy guess. Okay, so chafing is friction between your skin, your shorts, or the clothes that you are wearing, caused by continuous to and fro. I mean, up and down motion of pedaling, and the friction developed from the bicycle seat. Okay, and all that. So this would always get burns. I've got burns up until, like, there was some sort of blood on my shorts. Every single ride I've been so far, I have got some sort of uh, burns, or some sort of I was hurting myself in my every single bicycle ride. That's the truth. Okay, I I'm trying to share as open as possible, not to make this video as gross, one could imagine. Okay, that's not my idea. My intention is to share things that would help people. Okay, so I've been to 10 bicycle rides, and I have hurt myself in all 10 bicycle rides. Okay, and it was causing chaffing even with my bicycle, under bicycle shorts, but not to an extent which did the greater damage in my first 5 bicycle rides or so. Later stage, I was able to avoid much of blood stains, and just I was able to escape with minor burns, and which would heal in 2 or 3 days, and then I can go for distance skating rides. Okay, so not to be ashamed of. Okay, why I'm not being ashamed? Because this is a very common problem in the West. People have seem to have shared it openly, and they have faced it, and they have found solution for all those things. So that's why I'm sharing it with my Asian audience as well, so that if they could watch my video, they could benefit from it. So there is no shame in it. Face it, you'll find a solution. So that's when I started looking for solutions. The traditional bicycle seats, even with the cushions like this that you find here, was not sufficient for me. I'm about 120 kgs, a little more than that. So the traditional bicycle seats, in this shape, that you would find as whatever you see here, nose, shell, with cutout or without cutout, these traditional bicycle seats were also hurting me. Okay, because I have ridden bicycles 10 years before too. So the traditional bicycles, which are slightly cushioned, tradition as in, like, a bicycle seat which has a nose, which has a shell, which has a no cutout or with cutout, they were hurting me. So that's when I was started looking for solutions. Okay, so that's when I came into a term called which I'm going to write it down on the screen. Hope you're following me. Term called Noseless bicycle saddle. You can also call it as noseless bicycle seat. Okay, so this is going to be your keyword that you're going to search on a internet browser. Okay, so that's when I came to this keyword, or the term wherein, which is called as noseless bicycle saddle seat. Okay, and the problems that I told you right now about your butt hurting, or your groin area hurting, or you're getting chaffing, all this were faced by all the people who have ridden bicycle for long distances. I'm talking about people who have ridden above the bicycle for as small as 5 miles, or 8 miles, or 20 miles. or people who have done triathlons, or people who are doing, like ultra marathon, and all that. People who have faced all these things, only then they have come to this. People who are riding mountain bikes have also faced this difficulty. That's when people found this noseless bicycle saddle. What does that mean? As the name indicates, you're cutting out the nose. The bicycle saddle doesn't have a nose, but just the shell, and with cutout or without cutout. As simple as that. Okay. That's when I came to know this, and this noseless bicycle saddle seemed to be proving more helpful terms with me. Okay. So as soon as I found the term, uh, I I know, or I'm more accustomed to Amazon e-commerce site of India. So that's where I went and looked up for one. Okay. So these are the noseless bicycle saddles available in Indian Amazon website. Okay. So they do show the traditional ones. Okay. The traditional ones that you find under the keyword search of noseless bicycle saddles also means this means oversized bicycle saddles, or we say, the keywords could be like big butt bicycle saddles. Okay, so don't be ashamed of this, because like this is a serious problem. This little burns that you get, or chaffing that you get, is keeping you from having fun, riding a bicycle. So we need to address this as a technical problem and solve this. Okay, every human problem is technical. It's only emotional when you don't apply your mind to find a solution. Rather you've been caught up with the trauma of it for a long time. So every human problem is technical. That's what I want to say it here. So you can the traditional ones, the bigger size ones, as in like these, oversized bicycle saddles with traditional, what do you call that, shape, or might be between, why it was in yellow, so might be between 24 centimeters to 30 centimeters. Okay, or less also, and depending upon uh, the length and width and breadth and whatever that is. Okay, so we need much more than that. Almost close to 30 centimeters would definitely help a big size rider like me, or a fluffy rider like me, or if you are somebody like me, or even a person who is, average weight, and still wanted to use a bicycle saddle that would comfort him for longer rides. This is the keyword that you need to look for: noseless bicycle saddle. Okay, so these are the ones which I got in the search. Okay, and most of the people seem to be using certain things which I'm going to click now as a new tab. Okay, and many are really it's going to weigh on your wallet. It's going to be expensive as per Indian terms, but as per Western terms, it's only like $30 or $40 or $70 or something, which they can definitely afford for. But for here, for Indian audience, that's like 5 grand or 10 grand on Indian rupees, or more than 10 grand or 15 grand in Indian rupees. Okay, so there is something called ISM. Sorry, I hit my microphone. It's very close to the uh, keyboard, wireless keyboard. Yep, I can still move my wireless keyboard, but it's all right. That's in a very convenient place, so I'm going to leave it that way. So this is one of the noseless bicycle saddles that you would find in Indian Amazon, which is very convenient for you to use. And I would advise this bicycle saddle. As you can see, it doesn't have a nose, so you are not going to mount this bicycle saddle this way, but rather you will be using it this way. Okay, so technically speaking, this way. Okay, so you need to learn to use this bicycle saddle when you buy and use it. I would advise this bicycle saddle for people between 60 and 70 kgs of body weight, because this has springs. If you're over that, that might I mean, people could be obese in these weight category also, if your height is between 5 feet and 6 feet, so especially women. This topic, this noseless bicycle saddle is also for women. Women also suffer riding thinner bicycle seats. People, try to shove as much cushion to the bicycle shorts that they wear, as in like they're shoving a bicycle seat in their bicycle shorts in the name of bicycle shorts, and cutting down all the comfort on the bicycle itself to reduce the weight and ride faster. When you find TT bikes, as in like time trial bikes, people who are like leaning to this angle, and with the road bikes we are leaning up to this angle. And when you're considering to go much faster, probably in the future people would sleep on their bicycles, I believe. I'm just saying as a funny thing, but women do suffer. They have read a lot of forums and feedbacks wherein women appreciate the noseless bicycle saddles, saying that they could run or ride their bicycle for longer distances. So this topic is for women too. They do suffer injuries or like chaffing in the very private parts. So this is definitely going to help them. Okay, so this bicycle saddle, you need to get used to it. Okay, as in like when you sit on this, you might want to lean more on your handlebars. Okay, so try to get used to it. Okay, you might feel like you're sliding down from the bicycle saddle itself when you're riding, as in like you might feel like you're falling when you're pedaling. Okay, so this being the elliptical and oval shape, it will not cut your thigh. Okay, with a hard front surface. Okay, so your legs are free to move up and down here. So you might want to get used to it a little bit, as in you would lean more on your, put a lot of more weight on your handlebars with your hands. But this is a very good bicycle saddle, as I read the feedbacks on Amazon UK website. Okay, I use Amazon's American website and the UK website to read the feedbacks of the products, which I don't find it here in Indian Amazon website. Okay, so this is recommended for both women and men, and especially women appreciate these bicycle saddles. This noseless bicycle saddle. Okay, let's get to the another bicycle saddle. This is actually a knockoff design from Schwinn. Okay, and this is a noseless bicycle saddle. But people who have ridden this bicycle saddle, who were complained about the traditional bicycle saddle, which has a nose and a shell, a cutout design, or a design without any cutout, those people also have tried this noseless bicycle saddle, and most of the reviews that I read, as in like people have returned it after a few miles of riding this bicycle saddle. But for a big size rider, I have learned is like people who are riding mountain bikes and people are really really fluffy. They seem to appreciate this bicycle saddle. So this is more like a Schwinn's bicycle saddle, noseless bicycle saddle, a knockoff of Schwinn's bicycle saddle, and this one is really good, uh, as in the terms as well. Okay, so this is how it looks on from the top side, from your sitting posture, and this is some side view. Okay, so these have a different mounting points, but the old school. I'm sorry, I just have my movie recording window right up on top of this. I'm not recording this video here. Okay, it's just a window sitting there. I'm just screen recording. Okay, so let's get into this. So I might have to mark it a little bit. So when you're having a traditional bicycle post, okay, so your mount is going to be like, you might want to have that mount wherein like you have the circular thing and you have that cup, which goes into your traditional bicycle post and mount it. You might want to buy that separately. They are available separately. Okay, it's called as guts, I think, saddle guts, guts of your saddle, and probably you might want to search for that and buy that separately. Okay, so this is good, and these are appreciated by women bicycle riders as well. So this noseless bicycle, this is another bicycle, noseless bicycle saddle, and this one is called ISM Touring. Okay, so they have given the posture for male, posture for female. So this bicycle saddle is very much appreciated by people in the USA, as in like United States of America, and people, in the what do you call the bike patrol or USA bicycle patrol police people. They have been suggested with this bicycle saddle. As you can see, this doesn't have a nose. Okay, this bicycle saddle doesn't. Oh my word. Okay, let me come back. Wherein, yeah, some hassle with my brush program. Anyways, so this doesn't have a nose here, right? As in the traditional shape. Oh boy, wait, let me come back. Oh, I've got to hit it somewhere. Okay, so this doesn't have the traditional nose here. We have cut it out, and we have have more cutouts here. So this is where your sit bones are going to be, and you are free to pedal up and down. So the policemen in the bike patrol in the United States of America, they have given a very good feedback for this ISM touring bike saddle, but unfortunately it is 15 grand, almost 14.5 grand in Indian rupees. But it has found appreciation from the police people, and many have not returned this bicycle saddle when they were given it for a trial for a few weeks to try it for their patrol. Patrol, as in like they would be riding their bicycles for 8 to 10 hours a day. So they were able to ride for long distances continuously, sitting on the saddle. Their bicycles, mountain bike or road bike, whatever that was. So this is also recommended. This has pretty good cushions, but it costs you more. Okay, so this noseless bicycle saddles are not common, so that's why they are expensive. Okay, so out of all the things that I was able to search, this is the bicycle saddle which I bought. Okay, this has been shipped as of today. I should be getting it in my hands between 17th and 20th of January. I bought this bicycle saddle. Okay, so your last passage 2nd Jan 2023. So that's when I'm recording. This is 3rd Jan 2023. So this is the West Biking bicycle saddle, noseless bicycle saddle, which I bought it for myself for my Revin Fixie bicycle. Okay, so why I bought this is for this reasons, because like it has a okay, let's do it here, much bigger image. So this has a polyurethane PU cushions. Okay, and this doesn't have the traditional mount in this picture. Let me go back and pull it down a little bit. Press the press button, it should work now. So this is the modern seat post mount that you see. So your couple of rails goes into that square. Okay, this is the traditional seat post mount, wherein like you have the cones like this. Okay, and your seat post rod goes inside. Okay, so this is the traditional mount, and that is the newer mount. Okay, new seat post mount. Okay, so you might want to watch it. So suppose you get it this way, you got to buy this traditional saddle guts, mount it here, and mount it to your seat post. Okay. Otherwise, you're good to go with as you receive it. Okay. And luckily, Revin Fixie Bicycle has this traditional bicycle mount, so I can dismantle this and use it anyways. So this is the brand that I bought it for myself. I also recommend it for you. This costed me around 4,675 Indian rupees. Okay, this is West Biking bicycle seat. Okay, so this is Noseless bicycle and it's good for big size riders. So as I was riding my current bicycle seat, I found like minimum cushion is something I could survive with, even when I'm not wearing a bicycle shorts. So this is what I would recommend for people. Okay, if you are going by my way, you could buy this if you can afford 4,675 Indian rupees. Okay, so yeah, I've been saving for this since last month. Uh, I understood after my first ride itself, like I need either bicycle shorts or a different type of seat, and I understood. When I came, I'm like, I was lucky enough to learn about this noseless bicycle saddles much quicker, so that's why it worked. So before investing in for the money, to buy a noseless bicycle saddle, which was like between 5,000 or 3,500 Indian rupees to 5,000 Indian rupees to 15,000 Indian rupees for a noseless saddle. I don't want to invest that much. So what I thought was like, I was scrolling for buying a big butt bicycle saddle. Okay, so big butt or oversized bicycle saddle. All I knew was the traditional shape of the bicycle saddle, the one with nose, the shell with cutout or without cutout type of bicycle saddle. So then I hit this image. Okay, as soon as I saw this image, I got the idea. I got one idea which I did not apply just because I was in short of bank balance to try and experiment few things. So my idea was this. I'll tell you now. Hopefully, if you guys are interested, you could also try it. Okay, since noseless bicycle saddles, are like this. I thought what I thought was, what if I'm able to mount this bicycle seat, say your bicycle is like this, and you have the handlebars, and your bars, bar ends like this, your wheel goes like this, and like this. Okay. What if instead of mounting your bicycle saddle in the traditional way, instead, what if I mount it backwards? Okay, that was my thought. So if I'm going to mount it backwards, this wider bicycle saddle becomes noseless bicycle saddle, right? Noseless bike saddle, this wide saddle, and the nose is going to be on the back side of my butt, so who cares? My big butt is going to rest only to this portion, not to the entire nose, right? So it becomes the noseless bicycle saddle, and I thought like I'll ride my bike, like turning this seat backwards or mounting it backwards and converting this traditional bicycle saddle into a noseless bicycle saddle. That was my thought. Since this would cost me around 823 by Indian rupees, plus I need to buy another invest another 850 Indian rupees for the cushioned cover for this bicycle saddle, so I dropped this idea. I went and invested that 2,000 bucks into another noseless bicycle. I mean, a good noseless bicycle saddle itself. But if you're on a budget and if you want to try this idea, you can go ahead and try this idea. You can mount your wider. This will work only for the wider bicycle saddle, not the narrower bicycle saddles. If you can afford a wider bicycle saddle, you can actually actually mount your bicycle saddles backwards and convert that into a noseless bicycle saddle and ride for many miles. I haven't tried it. This is not tested. This is just an idea. If you want, you could try it. I'm just uh, giving you some sort of hope, in an affordable range. Okay, so when you go to Amazon, USA, okay, these are the noseless bicycle saddles available as an option. Yes, this was there in Indian website as well, but it's missing in the search list right now. This is a very good design. It's been appreciated by a lot of people in many countries, especially in Italy. Okay, people have gone to Tuscany, wherein like you can hire bicycles and go for a bicycle ride. Tuscany is my dream place to go and photograph, but yeah, hopefully it happens someday. But you can hire bicycles and go and ride Tuscany, entire Tuscany. So what people do is like they buy these bike saddles, carry it with them, and go and uh, ride wherever they want, in the touring destinations. Okay, this one is also saddle is also most entertained bicycle saddle. This is available in USA, Amazon, India, and these are expensive bicycle saddles as per Indian terms. These are also comfort, but this one has the traditional nose but wider, shell. Okay, it has a wider shell, but there are plenty of noseless bicycle saddles available in USA Amazon website. So if you have somebody in USA, or if they're going to visit India sometime, or like if you can afford to ship it to your place, and if these sellers are shipping it to your place, you can buy these options. So the key word is just this: noseless bicycle saddle. So make use of it. You can go to USA or UK Amazon India and buy the bicycle saddle that is comfortable for you. Okay, for now I'm just closing all this unwanted websites wherein we can go ahead and look at the actual most common and most successful noseless bicycle saddles that has been encouraged by people, professionals, people who tour all over the world, on their gravel bikes. Gravel bikes tend to ride on a very rough patch of road. So people who are touring, carrying a lot of luggage, just need to sit on their bicycle for long hours. So these are the noseless bicycle saddles which they recommend. Okay, so starting with first one, it's called Spongy Wonder. Okay, this bicycle saddle company is a Canadian manufacturer. Okay, Canadian manufacturer. So if you have to buy it, you got to pay the import duty. Import duty. Sorry, my computer is a little slow. It's better I finish my video before QuickTime hints me it's going to stop recording. Okay, so import duty and plus IGST plus shipping and packaging charges and the product value, which is equivalent to Indian rupees. Okay, so there is quite a lot of investment for you if you're going to buy it from the Canadian website or Canadian manufacturer itself. Okay, we don't have any sort of Amazon host for this bicycle saddle on Amazon website. Okay, this is the most recommended bicycle saddle by a lot of people, even photographers. Which the story that I told you about Tuscany thing, I know a YouTuber who does that. Actually, he only suggested me this. This is an amazing bicycle saddle. So spongywonder.com, that's where you got to go. So this actually have cushions for your sit bones. Okay, so this is for the large size rider. So this is of the modern seat post mount. Okay, this has two cushions, large size, designed only to sit on your sit bones. Okay, your thighs are completely free, your groin area, and because it's doesn't have a nose at all. So this is more comfortable for women riders who are using the foldable bike cycles, women riders who are using the electric or any other form of bicycles. Electric as in like traditional bicycles which will have a small unit of electric motor and battery power to increase the amount of watts they ride, as in like for one per amount of pedal you will normally get 4.75 rotations on your rear gear if it is 11 teeth, 50 to 11 ratio. But if in case like you're using the electric bicycle, electric powered or power assist bicycle, you might get up to 300 watts, as in like for one pedaling you might get 15 rotations, like it's way too high power pumped. For those bicycles also, people use these saddles actually. So this is what I'm eyeing upon, which is like 145 Canadian dollars. So if I'm going to ship it to India, I told you the entire story, it's going to cost me that much. So yeah, it's available for small, medium, large, and they have the seat covers. This is highly recommended bicycle saddle by everyone. So if you're experiencing chaffing or some sort of pain on your butt and private parts when you're riding bicycle, your relief is just there in three words: Noseless bicycle saddle. Look for that on online e-commerce site and buy oneself for you. Or if you are a very skilled welder, or if you have any contact with skilled welders, you can go and engineer a noseless bicycle saddle for yourself. You can make your own noseless bicycle saddle. Okay, so that is the idea. I have not seen any noseless bicycle saddle in India so far in my experience, but if you happen to see one, you can ask the owner themselves and try to communicate and buy one for you. So the next one, most used common bicycle saddle is V seat. This is also noseless bicycle saddle. Okay, so you see the shape of the V seat. Okay, so it's carving onto the front side. Okay, so that's where your thighs, this is where your thighs sit. Okay, your thighs move up and down, and that's where your entire bum sits. Okay, so this is going to relieve. You don't even need a bicycle shorts to ride on these saddles. Actually, any normal clothing should be helpful for you. So this is amazing bicycle seat, V seat. Okay, again, it cost you $120 shipping, IGST, and what else you need? Yeah, import duty as well. So you got to bear all those things. So shipping, as in like it's not for only the bicycle seat. Actually, the package, actually how much it is going to weigh. So if this bicycle seat is weighing around 900 grams to 800 grams, or 900 grams to 1 kg, so the shipping charges is for 1 kg package. So the second one is the V seat. So the vseat.com, that is what it is. Okay, first one is Spongy Wonder. That's what everyone recommends. So the third noseless bicycle saddle is the Moon saddle. So this is what is called Moon saddle. I like the black color. So it's like shaped like this, like a boomerang. Okay, so it has the modern mounting system, seat post system. Okay, so this is how it looks when it is completely mounted on the bicycle, road bicycle. Okay, so it's meant to be used for road bicycles, people who do long distances. I do not know if it is suitable for triathlon or any other races, or if it is suitable for touring. I couldn't find those information on the, the reviews and anything, but this seems to be good for like a quick escape from your regular busy city life. You want to go for a weekend ride and come back on the same day, this seat should work for you. The third one is called the Moon Saddle. So it costs you about $80 plus IGST shipping and import duty. So this is the third one. So it goes by moonsaddle.com. So these are the ones the popular among the popular ones. These are the ones which the manufacturers still function and ship. Okay, see, this I'm not sure about this, but I like it. This is like the Schwinn noseless bicycle saddle, right? Types. It's called Revla bike seat. It's available with hydrobikes.com. I do not know if it's still in manufacturing or not, but I find this more convenient, so I kept this with me. So this is the fourth one. And the fifth one is called Bisaddle, which we saw on the Amazon website itself. So as this GIF image playing for you, you could adjust the shell or to adjust the rear width according to the size of your bum. And this doesn't have a nose; it just has a smaller size nose. So this is good for people who are doing triathlons. If you have to ride 180 kilometers, like this could be very useful. Most of the time, you will be mounting this saddle to these time trial bikes. This is a time trial bicycle, as in like rear wheel is completely covered, front one has the aero design, and you are using aero bars to ride your bicycle. Okay, so this is where you hold your extra bottles, your handlebar, bullhorn handlebar, and your bar and brakes. So this is pretty useful for this posture, especially because you lean. All the noseless bicycle saddles are much more convenient if you're going to use it with your aero bars. That's what I'm planning to. And as I learned it from many videos, I kind of wanted to build this design, like as in like for a single speed bicycle. This one has gears. Even for a single speed bicycle, with I wanted to have a noseless bicycle saddle, wanted to have these aero bars, but I wanted brakes even on my aero bars mounted on backwards. Okay, so most I've learned, like, triathlon accidents happen wherein people couldn't break themselves when they are holding aero bars. They don't have the time to move their hands to the handlebar and apply the brakes. This is being rim brakes. Even if you have the disc brakes, it's going to be difficult for you. But when you're having rim brakes, you have to take your hand off and try to break it, and it's going to take much longer to come to a stop. Like these time trial bikes or triathlon bikes, they are meant to ride faster, as in like a motorcycle. I'm not joking. People ride between on an average, they ride at 40 kilometers per hour. Okay. uh, Otherwise, their maximum speed can get between 80 kilometer per hour or 90 kilometer per hour. Okay, or much faster on a downhill. Okay, I'm not joking. There are videos for you. You can go and check it yourself. Okay, these bicycles are built of carbon fiber. They have minimum air drag, and these are meant to ride faster. So they have these triathlon bikes tend to have like a carriage here, wherein you can put. This will have a tank over here with the water. You can have a water over there, and you have a bento box here, wherein you can put all your gels, power gels, electrolyte gels, granola bar, chocolates, and everything here. These have casings for all that. And this one, particularly, I think this is Orbea Odoo, or I do not know what model it is. But this one, on the rear, this is not Orbea Odoo. This is a different bicycle, actually. So this rear case, they'll have carbon cylinders, just in case if their bicycle, needs some air or goes for a puncture, they're going to fix the puncture immediately. They have all the puncture kit and their carbon cylinders, as in like they don't use a pump, they just use the cylinder. In 10 seconds, your bicycle is completely filled with air. So where were we? By saddles. So you can widen up your saddle to the size of your bum. This has a very little nose, as in like to support the people who are riding in the in your triathlon or time trial posture. Okay, with aero bars. Okay, so that's the fifth one. And the sixth one is the dual action seat. Okay, these are Australian manufacturers. Okay, just as this diagram indicates, you can this is the entire mount. Actually, this mount is like the traditional mount. Okay, so this part of your bicycle seat, they move, they they move, up and down. They are possible to move up and down, and this doesn't have a nose like the traditional design. They have a split seat for your sit bones to sit, and this is suitable for big size rider, oversized rider, or all those riders. And it's mount. This is designed for mountain bikes. You can also use it for city bikes, road bikes, and many other different types of bicycles. Okay, so I think I've covered everything about the noseless bicycles. Saddles, which I really like, which are more popular among the people. This one is less popular, but this is pretty expensive. Okay, I'm not joking. This one is pretty expensive. Let's give it a second for the store to load. It's a bit slow. I don't know why. I don't know. But this saddle is like $300. I'm not joking. See, $295. This is very expensive, but it does the job, and it's going to serve you for years. It's all aluminum construction, and it has pretty good cushions, and it's going to serve you a lot. And especially if you are a women rider, don't shy away from doing bicycling for long distances. If you are happy with traditional seat types with nose and everything, it's all right for people who are slightly fluffy like me, or who you could definitely make use of these bicycle saddles. The ones that is available in Indian website, or this spongy wonder, that's what I would recommend personally, and I am also interested in it. Okay, so yes, I think we have come to an end, and I've spoken about Schwinn, bicycle, noseless saddle. Oh, I'm munching up or mixing the words. Forgive me if my spelling was wrong. So this is the original design of Schwinn. Okay, this is how Schwinn looks. It's almost like the ones which I bought myself. So only Schwinn has a lot of cushion in it. This is nothing but PU foam stuffed inside. This is all PU foam, okay, and stitched up with the fake leather. So this is Schwinn. You can also get Schwinn if you want, but uh, mm, only really big size riders seem to be enjoy the rides with this Schwinn, or any medium sized riders have returned it. You will find many designs for noseless bicycle saddles. Go find it yourself, and you should be fairly happy. Okay, so guess we have come to the end of this episode. Okay, I've shared a lot of personal things, and a lot of many things, only in the intent to help people who are like me, who are having problems like me. And I should say, like, I did not shy away, or like I did not turn my head back towards bicycling, because I did 10 years back without having the knowledge of what to do when I faced some sort of pain or chaffing in my during my bicycle rides. I did not know what to do much with the bicycle shorts, or be anything, which I could not educate myself, because I really shied away, saying like whom to ask, what to ask, how to express all these things. I stopped my bicycling thing in 10 years back. But this time, when I started doing distance skating, talking to people, like especially Lena, when I was talking to her, she was very clear about that. Like we discussed about the bicycle stuff, so kind of helped. So definitely don't shy away when you have these problems. Human problems are always technical. Don't lock yourself in the trauma, like oh my god, I can't go forward from here. Don't shy away from expressing what is happening to you. So talk to people who would have experienced this. They might help you. So not completely I got all the information from Lena, but I happened to Google a lot, and then I learned it from the internet about the noseless bicycle saddle. So that's how my technical problem of chaffing got solved. Will be solved, because like I'm here to receive my bicycle saddle. I need to try them and review them and all that. But anyway, so we have come to an end of this episode. Hope it was useful and help people share as much as possible so that everyone will benefit. And if there are Indian manufacturers who's listening to me right now, this is a very serious problem which people are facing all over the world, of my size, or like people, kids who are slightly obese, or women, homemakers, like who are coming to bicycling as an entertainment, or like as a weekend thing, or as a fitness workout. They should not shy away because of this problem which is happening, which they can't express to anyone else. So this is in the whole intent of helping everyone, men, women, and people who are slightly obese or big size riders like me. If you want to ride long distances, and you want a suitable bicycle saddle, the keyword is Noseless bicycle saddle. Go look for it, buy the ones that you like. So the manufacturers of Indian bicycles or bicycle saddles, kindly please note this, and if you can manufacture more of noseless bicycle saddles and bring that into the market, you definitely have a lot of demand, and you will help a lot of people as well, and the prices of these bicycle saddles will definitely come down. Or even you might invent creative designs on this noseless bicycle thing. So come forward, help people. So guess we have come to the end of this episode. This is Kicha signing off. Bye bye.